Ladies and gentlemen, I got some really interesting information that I read on the internet today while I was working. And I gotta say, I think the WWE is filled with a bunch of fucking morons who can't seem to do their operation correctly, don't know what the left hand's doing to the right, and so on and so forth, folks. This company is absolute shit. I say it every freaking week. I say it on every video. I say it on a consistent basis. And bottom line, guys, this company is retarded. They got Alistair Black showing up on AEW this past Wednesday, which will be about a week, making one of the best fucking debuts on a wrestling show in a very long time. And now going by Malachi Black. And I think it's absolutely funny how the company forgot when restructuring the man's contract, when he moved from the NXT to the main roster, they did not restructure his contract guaranteeing that he would only be able to compete after 90 days. They left it for 30 days, which is what the NXT performers get when they initially start with the company in the NXT roster, unless they move up to the main roster immediately within being signed from the independent scene. So, I'm not quite understanding why the fuck they would be that dumb or stupid to let that kind of mistake happen. Number two, if you're that fucking worried about it, why the hell would you fire him? Why not just do what Triple H was doing in NXT in the first place? Keep the guy's character the same. Don't change it. The old saying goes, if it works, don't fix it. Well, Vince McMahon apparently has some ego trip going on inside his fucking head. He's got an ego bigger than any person I've ever met in my life. He makes Jerry Jones from the Dallas Cowboys look good. I mean, at least Jerry Jones once in a while makes the playoffs, is successful during a season, has some kind of shit going on, though they haven't won a Super Bowl in fucking 20 plus years, which is pretty sad being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. But hey, that's the way it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and I just gotta accept it for what it is, and someday maybe they'll win the Super Bowl. But that ain't even the point. This company, I don't know what Vince McMahon's doing. I don't know why he is making all these kinds of mistakes. I don't know why he would allow a guy like Alistair Black, now Malachi Black, go in any way, shape, or form, or even fire him for budget cuts. They were even planning on keeping him and pay him while he's unemployed and to keep him with the 90-day non-compete scenario on the contract if they could restructure it. The whole thing with rumors going around that they were interested in re-signing him and they thought maybe they made a mistake, completely untrue. It was just so that he wouldn't be able to go to AEW sooner and would have to go there later. I don't know, man. This company is whacked out of their fucking minds. Everything they do makes absolutely no fucking sense. They're just one big giant pile of fuck-ups. I mean, you could blame Bruce Pritchard, you could blame Vince McMahon, you could blame whoever. If I was Triple H, I'd be looking for a way out of that fucking company. Yeah, you know, Vince McMahon's his father-in-law, his wife is the daughter of Vince McMahon and everything, but come on, man. The guy is delivering creative characters, and Vince McMahon is changing those characters. It's like he's trying to compete with himself. They're both on the same team. They're both within the same company. Why would you do that to your own employee that you're expecting to create stars and then bring them onto the main roster? What, so you can say that you're better than Triple H? No, dipshit, you're not supposed to be saying you're better than Triple H. You're supposed to be saying, look, we are a company that creates stars. We are trying to be the absolute best wrestling organization in the world. And yet, he's fighting against his own fucking son-in-law Because his son-in-law is doing what he asked him to do in NXT. Deliver him stars. And because he's doing that, Vincent Mann's feeling like it affects his ego so much that he thinks that he's an unsuccessful creator. Well, Vincent Mann, if you're hiring people that can do the job good, you're doing your job too, you dipshit. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the owner of a company. You're supposed to delegate that stuff to other people to do the job that you hired them to do. You hired Triple H to be a creative genius for new stars that are coming from the indies into your company and make them bigger than what they were coming in. That's what he's doing. He's taking nobodies and making them something on an NXT show that people find more appealing, with WWE-based fans, find more appealing than the main roster itself. And that's because there's nothing going on in the main roster except the same repetitive crap over and over and over again that mean absolutely nothing. So why wouldn't people tune in for NXT more than WWE's main roster? Now, granted, NXT's ratings, you guys might come on here and say, hey, what the fuck are you talking about, dipshit? The ratings are terrible. They're 500,000, 600,000, maybe even 700,000. The thing is people are stopped tuning in for NXT because they know for a fact every star that they build up on that roster ain't going to go anywhere. So who the hell cares to follow them into the next realm of the WWE, which is the main roster? They're going to mean nothing. Nobody cares. Everything that they do on the main roster affects the NXT product as well. If you don't have a meaningful reason for NXT to exist, it's like what NXT is basically college sports. Okay, let's put it that way. NXT is college and WWE is the professional realm of that sport. If you got a sport that a professional sport that brings in nothing but trash, while another organization in the same profession is doing that, bringing other stars in that are really good, you're going to want to go ahead and tune in for that professional promotion. Okay, a prime example, UFC and Bellator. Take MMA, for example. If UFC is getting nothing but trash from the independent scene of MMA, and you get Bellator, who's getting nothing but great fighters that people are intrigued to watch, appeal to, and can find entertainment out of on top of it, wouldn't they tune in for Bellator over UFC? That's my point here. WWE is not providing that look with NXT being the college version of wrestling and bringing them into the professional realm, which is the WWE main roster, and continuing to keep that momentum going for their character. You guys probably should already know this, and if you don't, you got some serious problems. My point being is they are not developing those characters out of the NXT, which is also affecting NXT's ratings. If NXT was looked at and cared about for what they do there and then brought up to the main roster and enhance it even more by not changing anything, just making it even better than what it was, which will happen being on a bigger stage, people are going to want to watch NXT over fucking AEW or any of that kind of shit. NXT will get higher ratings than AEW, but that's the thing, they're not going to. Because nobody cares, nobody believes in NXT anymore because they know that WWE is a dying product with nothing to offer for their entertainment and provide any care for what they're doing on television. And all the characters they invested on NXT isn't given the same treatment on the main roster. So nobody's going to give a shit. This company is retarded. They can't fucking do business correctly. They can't construct contracts correctly. They fire someone who disobeyed, something that they said, no, I'm going to stand up and do what I want to do. It's my right. I should be able to make money outside of WWE. And then they hire him back. And Jimmy Uso's getting fucking last week getting pulled over for a DUI and nothing's being done about it. No mention about him going to rehab. No mention of threats from WWE saying you got to do this. It's the right thing to do. We've got to have you functioning properly, and this is not healthy for you or us in any way, shape, or form. There's no positivity here. It's just all about satisfying some fucking person who doesn't even work for the company right now, The Rock, so that they can possibly bring him in for a one-night deal against Roman Reigns on a Survivor Series show or some shit, or WrestleMania. Like, come on, man. Rock has got a lot more class than that. I don't think Rock would be against the WWE if he said, no, I can't do this with, he's not going to back out on WWE because they're doing the right thing with someone who's, maybe a family member and everything, but is doing unhealthy things to himself and, God forbid, could hurt someone else. That Rock ain't like that. I may not know the man personally, but I can tell he's got a lot more class than that. He ain't no piece of shit. He's an upscale person. He wants to be the absolute best. He ain't going to act like a low-life scumbag. You want to talk about low-life scumbags? Go talk about Conor McGregor. I just saw him this past Saturday break his fucking ankle from throwing a kick, and then he bitches and complains, and then he talks shit about the man's wife, his opponent's wife. That's some bullshit. So, there you go, folks. This company has got some severe issues. I've already stated 100 times, and I know I've repeated myself 100 times over again. And I'm becoming redundant with this shit, but my God, the mistakes that this company continues to make and even make bigger mistakes, business-wise, forget about creatively, business-wise, constructing contracts is utterly ridiculous. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys my thoughts on that. I may be uploading an Impact Wrestling episode tonight from Thursday's episode, so keep an eye out for that. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel, of course, and leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that, and I thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great night, guys. Bye.